Okay, we are live. Um, what's up, everybody? This is Andy Culp from Heli. We are currently at Silvertip Heli Skiing in British Columbia. I'm here with my good friend Tim Konrad, who's the founder of Unofficial Networks. Thank you, Tim, for doing this with me. Basically, this is something totally new. We're going to start having a series of conversations with other entrepreneurs or athletes or just interesting folks. So, Tim, thank you for christening this with me.
Absolutely, Andy. Thank you.
So basically, there's no rules. I just want to kind of dive into a series of, different concepts and hear more about you, things that I think a lot of followers of Unofficial Networks would be interested to hear about. But first, let's talk about this trip that we're on. How are you doing this weekend?
Oh, it's been amazing. Yeah, this is a great operation they have here. We are deep in the Caribou Mountains.
Yeah, for sure.
And amazing terrain, great conditions.
Great
Just got
group.
off the hill.
For
and
sure.
Another good day in the mountains.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fun one.
So, first and foremost, I think what's super interesting is you're kind of a private guy, and a lot of people wouldn't maybe know the story about you, but so many people in the ski world know about Unofficial Networks. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about yourself today, who you are, where you live, how long you've been doing Unofficial Networks.
Sure. Well, I guess it all started. I was 13. I went on my first ski trip with the Boy Scouts and got hooked instantly. I vividly remember my first run down the hill, and I was like, yes, that is what I want to do. And from there, I convinced my parents to drive me up to the little ski hills outside New York where I lived.
Okay, nice.
And,
where was that Boy Scouts trip? Do you remember?
It was to Butternut Mountain in Massachusetts.
Epic. I know
yeah,
Butternut.
Little
yes.
Butternut.
Okay.
Yeah, and first day skiing, and it just blew my mind, and I knew
Awesome.
I needed more.
Okay.
So just kind of, I knew friends who would take family ski trips and kind of got on some of those. My parents would drive me up some weekends to the Catskills and other local New York ski areas.
Okay.
And then when it was time to go to college, I knew I wanted to go someplace where there was better skiing. So I went to St. Michael's up in northern Vermont, skied a bunch. I was able to swing a schedule where I just had classes on Tuesday and Thursdays, and I would ski Stowe and Jay Peak and Smuggler's Notch.
For sure.
Bowling Valley.
Yeah, I grew up skiing at Stowe and Sugarbush as well. Yeah. Okay.
Nice. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good hills.
Yeah, East Coast makes some good skiers, but definitely get more stoked about skiing out west now.
Yeah, exactly. So after college, I want to go move out west, fulfill that, ski bum dream.
Yep.
So I moved to Squaw Valley and ended up living there for 9 seasons.
What year was that you moved there?
That was 05.
05.
Yeah, I graduated, worked a summer job, saved up all my money.
Okay.
Drove out west. I lived in a tent for a few weeks with my buddy who I drove out there with. He had his own tent, but we were like camping. We found a place to live.
Classic.
I got a job at Surefoot fitting ski boots.
Awesome. So that was your first job.
That was my first job. Yeah, boot fitter at Surefoot. And then from there, after the first season, I was speaking with my brother, my older brother John, who's just a real smart guy, and at the time he was really into kind of the internet, the new the budding internet scene in California.
So that was like 06 or 07,
so,
right?
that
so
was
Facebook
06.
had like just started at that time, right?
That's right, yeah. There were some things that were just getting off the ground. He was really kind of into Dig, which was a website back then. He was one of their first like super users and kind of knew about that scene. So after my first season of skiing, I was talking with him, and he said, we should really start a website, a ski website. And I was telling him about how condition reports at the time weren't very truthful.
Okay.
And there's an opportunity to provide a more truthful, unofficial ski report.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
So that was kind of the origin. And we did that. I had a little kind of ski bum house, but it was slopeside. It was one of the only slopeside houses at Squaw.
Monster.
Yeah. So I'd go ski in the morning, write the report Unofficial Ski Report. And then I'd
Yep.
go to work, fit in ski boots.
Okay,
at
so
night
you
I
still
would-
kept your job at Surefoot.
Yeah, I was working at Surefoot. I was busting tables at a sushi restaurant, Mamasaki Sushi. And,
Classic.
yeah, squatting. I was just really living the ski bum life.
Hell yeah.
Loving it.
Okay.
Skiing every day.
So did you buy unofficialnetworks.com, and that's what the original website was called?
Yeah. Well, the first one we misspelled. I think we forgot. We
No.
left off like an F or something. So,
Classic.
and then my brother was like, "It's
Classic.
up," and I clicked on. I'm like, "I don't see it, bro." And he's like, "Ah, shit, we spelled it wrong."
Okay.
So,
So you
yeah.
got, okay.
So it was really just kind of early days where
Yep.
my brother and I throwing together a ski website, learning as we went. That was it.
Okay, and so
Yeah.
you would just post a ski report daily.
Yep.
And then how are you pushing that out to people, or were you like seeing people like respond to this or engage? How did you know that this was something more than like just something fun, or had promised to be what it clearly has become today?
Yeah. For the first couple of years, it was we started to get a following. I remember
Okay.
in the first year, one day we had I think it was like 47 people on the site, and I was like, "Holy shit, we got 47 people who I don't
Okay.
even know. Like this isn't just my immediate family and friends. These are
Right.
people I've never met before.
Right.
Who are like checking out our site.
Okay.
This is great.
Okay.
This is going really well."
Okay.
I remember we made T-shirts up, and I saw a guy at the Chamois, and he
What's
was
the
wearing
Chamois?
it's a bar in Squaw Valley,
Okay.
and he was wearing an Unofficial Squaw shirt, and I was like, I don't even know that guy, and he's wearing like a shirt of the website we started. This is
Unbelievable.
really working out well.
Okay.
And then, I had to keep my day job obviously because
Mhm.
47 people in a day doesn't really pay the bills.
Right.
So just kind of built it up from there.
Okay.
And, here we are 13 years
14
later.
years
Yeah,
later,
14
yeah,
years
30.
later.
Unbelievable.
And it's just kind of steadily grown.
Awesome. So started with just forecast and so weather conditions reports, and then
Mhm.
what was like the next step in terms of content that you thought people were super interested in?
We started posting, there was the daily report,
Mhm.
and then we would film our buddies skiing, and we'd put together a
Okay.
little edit that we'd put together in iMovie. And that we did that a couple times in the first season, but more so in the second and third season. That really got more traction. And then we started, putting more time in and diversifying just from hardcore ski reports to include more general ski and snowboard
Mhm.
information, gear reviews, different articles on local restaurants and bars.
Okay.
Just kind of trying to capture the essence of skiing.
Okay. So how deep into this, do you obviously it's something you're super passionate about, but it seems like it started as something kind of just fun and then quickly became something you saw potential in and tried to grow, right? Did you have a strategy for that, or performance that you were trying to measure or meet goals?
There were, I remember early on, we knew that it was about reaching scale. We had to get enough people on the website in order to approach advertisers, because it's advertising revenue.
Right.
We basically create the content and then deliver that content to people and attach advertisements to it in order to keep everything moving.
Right.
And we knew that we had to reach kind of a critical mass in order to go start knocking on doors and drumming
sure.
up some ad dollars to make the whole
Whole show
business
go
work.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for people out there that don't understand the internet and media business,
Mhm.
what would you say is like that first level of critical mass in terms of like, and how do you track it? Is that like a daily thing, a monthly visitors, or?
Initially we said 1 million page views in a month. So a page view is if one person goes to your site, if Andy Culp logs onto Unofficial and you
Yep.
click on 3 pages, that's 1 unique visitor and 3 page views.
Okay.
Our goal was 1 million, and granted,
In a-
when we had
in a month
40 something
or
people on the site, that was a very lofty goal.
Right.
But we kind of knew that that's where we had to. That was the number we had to hit to make it a job that would allow us to quit our day jobs and
Okay.
go full time.
So how quickly between that and you know, or starting the blog and achieving like that first level did it take, and then allowed you to quit your job and focus on this full time?
Yeah, well, if an interesting thing happened. So I was running the website for about 3 years, and then I received an email out of the blue from an angel investor who lived in the San Francisco area, who was a big fan of the site. He skied Squaw Valley, and he got kind of what we were doing. He read it every day. He liked the daily condition reports.
That's classic. And
yeah.
you never knew this guy until...
No.
Unbelievable. Okay.
He saw a sticker on one of the lift towers that we had put up. Started checking out the website.
No way.
And got hooked on it. He really just enjoyed the site. So, yeah, at the time, so then he stepped in. That was 2009. He stepped in, and he said, I want to invest some money in I see where you're trying to go with this thing. Let me invest some capital, and let's scale this thing up. And he, that was a game changer. That changed everything, because then we could start investing in writers and building the website up properly the way it was supposed to be. Not supposed to be, but it was a pretty, I would say, rough and tumbled website initially. And
what did you build the site on?
Initially, I think it was on one of the earliest WordPress platforms.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then today, is it still on WordPress?
It's still on WordPress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. Everyone loves WordPress for blogging, right? It's
the
so
best.
good.
Yeah.
Okay. So the angel investor comes along.
Yep.
If you're comfortable, how much did he want to invest in the company, or what? Tell us how that was like. So you started investing in writers, but for people out there who don't understand angel investing and small,
it was enough that it changed my life.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
Initially, the first conversation was, I want to be part of the website.
Mm-hmm.
Let's sit down and talk. And we had accrued some debt, nothing major, but some debt, just getting it off the ground. And he said, I'd like to take care of that, and then I would like to pay you for a year.
To do this full time.
To do it full time.
Okay, so then you quit your job.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wasn't making much, so to convince me to quit my job,
fitting
ski boots and busting tables at a sushi restaurant.
Didn't have to twist your arm too hard.
Yeah, and it didn't require much capital to
to
convince me that this was a good option.
Okay, good. Okay, great situation for everybody.
Yeah. And then he got more and more excited about it, and we really ramped it up quickly. And then, we did that. He was involved with the company for 3 years. We did tons of amazing trips, and we tried a lot of different things. And a lot of things didn't work out. We failed at a lot of things. And after 3 years, he had a lot of other projects going on, and this was just one of a portfolio of projects.
Okay.
And after 3 years, he said, it's time for me to back out. Handed the company back over to me and said, best of luck, keep it up, but at the time, I'm busy, and this isn't a project I can continue at this point.
Okay.
So that was 2012.
But everything was like, there was a lot of progress in that time working together with him. So he had
we made a movie called NAR.
Okay.
We made a movie called NAR. We did a lot of ski trips. And I learned a lot about how to make this a business, how to hire the right people.
Okay.
How to, it gave me time to figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. So he steps back, and then you guys are presumably off the teat, so to speak, if he was continuing to invest or not.
Yeah.
So how did you find there to be a challenge in getting it to a level of sustainability, and what did that, look like for you?
Yeah, it was pretty scary when he backed out. It was a bit, we were a bit nervous because we had been living off the tit for a while.
Yeah.
And now it was kind of like, all right, you're off on your own. Good luck. And it was about a year that it was back to just being me blogging again.
Awesome.
It was just me sitting there grinding out content, finding interesting things, trying to write articles that would amuse people. And then after a year, we kind of got our footing, and I was able to hire our first writer again, and then we built it back up from there.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it was a pretty wild ride.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously, this is in the context where we all know, how big the site is today, and I think most people have a very, have a lot of respect for Unofficial Networks. Clearly, been in the game for a long time. I know that you have, 2 kids. You're a homeowner in New York City, so obviously it's doing quite well. So huge congratulations. One thing I think is super relevant and that you can speak on well is this social media, what people engage with, what virality means. Maybe can you talk about some of the channels that have been super important to you and how you use them best, and maybe tips for people out there looking to generate traffic at scale?
Yeah, sure. It's it's a pretty big question.
Yeah, for sure. So start with like the social media thing.
Okay.
How has Unofficial Networks leveraged Facebook or Instagram, or what do you think is the most powerful tool for you?
Yeah, it's always been Facebook.
Always been Facebook.
Facebook was a huge driver. It definitely allowed us to reach scale.
Okay.
At a faster rate.
Was that organic, or were you buying ads, or?
No, it's pretty much all organic. Small ad buys, but.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So the Facebook page, the fan page.
The fan page.
Nice.
Yeah, there was a number of years there where it was driving a huge percentage of our traffic, over 50%.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the strategy.
It was really just a distribution platform to get our content out, and that's where people were accessing the site.
So simple, just like write the blog on Unofficial Networks on WordPress, and then paste it into the Facebook wall.
Yep.
And people would just click and boom.
That was it.
Huge.
Convert traffic.
Huge.
Yeah.
And how
that honey hole has dried up a bit.
Yeah,
in the
I mean, I know
past few years.
I know, bloggers in other spaces, and they've talked about how the, Facebook has manipulated or changed the algorithm or the reach algorithms.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Do you agree with that move for their business, or do you think it ultimately hurts their community?
I mean, as far as Facebook goes, I don't think it's working very well for them. I mean, do you use Facebook? Are you on Facebook
It's
often?
not huge for us, right? So
Yeah.
we have a pretty decent.
I know it's
following.
Instagram for you
Instagram
guys.
is super powerful
Yeah.
for us. We've tried to make an emphasis to post a steady stream of content to Facebook, but it's not. You're not reaching all of your followers. It's crazy. Like, I don't even use it personally very much.
That was more what I was asking.
Yeah.
I think it's become a pretty stale platform. I mean, it's just
actually,
not.
I never use it personally, but
Yeah.
they say that people are making purchasing decisions on Facebook, like especially I think the older age group,
Yeah.
the 40 to 40 plus age group. I guess
There's no question that their targeting ability is unmatched. Maybe
for
Instagram
for
would
paid
be,
advertising.
Yeah, I mean they're under the same umbrella, but their paid advertising is because of their ability to target people. I have friends in New York who work in advertising. They still say the bang for the buck is there.
Really? Okay.
And as long as that's there, they're always going to have a viable business. But as a platform that you'll go on and enjoy being on, I mean, I don't use it very often.
No, exactly. It's
Yeah.
too bad.
But Instagram has kind of taken over, huh?
Yeah,
That's what it seems like.
For sure. I mean, do you listen to Gary Vaynerchuk at all?
I have listened to
So
Gary.
he's talking about the Instagram story, as well as Instagram story ads as being some of the best opportunities for ad purchasing these days.
Huh. Okay.
So something that we're looking into a lot.
Yeah. Well, you guys have a great following on Instagram.
You guys have too. I think you guys made a huge emphasis in the last year or so.
Yeah, I mean the wind's changed, and we had to adapt, and Instagram became the front runner again. It's one thing about running a digital business. I know you guys know about this, but you're trying to build a business on shifting sands.
Right.
Back when we started in 2006, it was still kind of the Wild West, and to think about how much the internet has changed from then until today, it's pretty amazing. And things that used to work then aren't working now, and who knows what will be working in 5 years, but you have to stay on top of it, and you have to be able to adapt and move with the changing tide. And
100%.
That's crucial. That's absolutely crucial.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. Cool. Well, let's switch gears a little bit.
Sure.
I think we both have gotten to the points that we are with our brands and what we're doing professionally because of our love for skiing.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to me about some of the most memorable, the top 3 trips, if you can think about it,
Top
that
3
Unofficial
trips,
Networks
real
has,
quick?
that Unofficial Networks has made possible for you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely opened a lot of doors. And yeah, being here,
This is a pretty good trip for sure.
Silvertip heli skiing.
Yeah.
I mean, this place is beautiful. And the day we had on the hill today was
It's epic.
a memorable day.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah. So having opportunities like this is definitely the biggest perk of the job, and kind of why, we started in the first place. But, kind of the bucket list places, Japan.
I'm going there next month, bro.
Yeah,
I can't
I know
wait.
you're going there in February. It's as advertised, which is great. The
Hell
snow
yes.
is that deep.
I can't wait. It's my
The food
first
is
trip.
that good. And
Epic.
it lives up to the hype.
Okay, how many times have you been to Japan?
I've been to Japan 3 times.
3 times.
Yeah, three separate trips.
Epic. So guided resort, side country, back country, touring, all of the above.
All the above. Yeah.
Just all epic.
Yeah. I can't wait to go back.
Just always deep.
Oh, every time I've gone, it's been deep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the food's amazing, and the
So
onsens, the whole culture is
Okay,
just
so
a fantastic.
we've got
ski
BC
experience.
heli skiing.
Yeah.
We've got Japan.
Yeah.
What else?
mean,
I guess
the list is so long.
regions are probably easier
Yeah.
than specific
I
trips.
I used to spend a lot of time in Argentina.
Okay.
So back in 2007, so right after I started the website, I took what little money I had, which was, I think it was like, a couple $1,000, under $5,000.
Okay.
And I said, I'm going to South America. And I went and spent the summer skiing in Argentina and got hooked. Got hooked real bad on year-round skiing and being down there.
Okay.
Amazing place, amazing mountains. So I spent a number of seasons after that in Las Linas, Argentina.
Epic.
Yeah, amazing place.
Amazing
place.
I've never been down there. Need
Yeah,
to go.
they built this chairlift called the Marte, which drops you off on the top of a rugged peak, and it's heli skiing from a chairlift. And it makes no sense. It's like, who decided to put this chairlift in? God bless them. Thank you, they did. But it's unlike anything you've seen. It's wild.
Unreal.
Yeah, it's great. That's a great spot.
Sweet.
Love that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So today, you live in Brooklyn.
Live in Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
I've been over to your house for dinner. I've met your
Yeah.
2 little kids.
Yeah.
What's that like? I mean, going from being, a ski bum to then a ski bum entrepreneur.
Yep.
Traveling all over the world. How did you meet your wife? How old are your kids? And, how do you fit skiing into your life now that you have all these other responsibilities like a family?
Sure. Yeah. So in 2011, I went back to my hometown and bumped into a girl I grew up with, and just started chatting with her, and getting a little emotional thinking about it. Yeah.
Cool.
Love my wife.
Love that.
Yeah. So I was talking with her. I said, "So, what you been up to?" And she said, "Well, I've been traveling around the world and skiing a lot." I was like,
Love that.
hell yeah. And I was just about to take off for Argentina, and we kicked it off, and we spent a week together in New York, and I said, "You want to come to Argentina skiing?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then we moved to Lake Tahoe and spent some time living out there. And then it's time to move home. It's time to come down from the mountains. I miss my family.
Okay.
She has her family in New York, and we knew we wanted to start a family of our own.
Yep.
And we decided, let's come down from the mountains for a little bit. Let's plug back into our hometown, or our network of friends and family.
Yep.
And I didn't think it would last that long, but now I don't.
You thought
really,
you'd go back to the mountains.
Yeah, I thought maybe a year or two, but now I couldn't. I think it would be. You never know, but I get to have dinner with my mom every Sunday night.
Yep.
I get to be there for my nephew's birthday parties.
For sure.
There are a lot of things that living out in the mountains of California I missed. And the important things in life, outside of skiing, I was missing those things, and I wanted to
I feel you.
see them. Yeah.
Awesome.
Be there for them.
So you got 2 kids. How old are they?
My girl, Theodora, just turned 3. Wow. Yeah. And my boy, Thomas, is a year and a half.
Unreal.
Yeah. We just got Thea up on skis this past, this winter, a couple weeks
Where
ago.
did you do that?
Gore Mountain.
Gore Mountain.
Yeah.
How did she like it? Did you
She
take
loved it.
her yourself, or did you put her in ski school?
We put her in a lesson for a couple days.
Okay.
And then we took her up, and man, Yeah,
She was
talking about a
stoked?
good day of skiing. Yeah, whatever gene my wife and I have for our love of skiing, our daughter got it bad because she's already hooked. She's already talking about it. And she's only 3. She's
See,
like, "Where are we going skiing?"
that's the dream for me, to be able to ski with my kids someday.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I can have some. But
Yeah.
that's
Well, you're
awesome.
engaged, so
Yeah,
congratulations.
thank you very much.
Yeah,
That
to
was a big step. For
excellent
sure.
gal.
Yeah, Maddie, you met
Yeah,
her. We got to do dinner again for sure.
definitely.
Wow. So gonna be in Brooklyn for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, so we live in Brooklyn. It's great. Kind of in the hive. But it's the city I grew up in. I mean, I grew up right outside the city in Westchester County, but it's home to me. You know, it's where the world makes sense, and I still get a lot of days of skiing in.
Yeah.
Traveling all winter. You know, I'm getting anywhere from 40 to 70 days of skiing in still.
That's unbelievable.
And they're to places like this, to Silvertip, or I'm going on a backcountry ski trip to Crested Butte, just outside Crested Butte this year. Gonna be up in Big Sky. Gonna be in Colorado. So a lot of trips to the airport now. But the ski days I do get are pretty special.
I agree, and I live in Brooklyn too, and it's pretty easy to travel from New York City, right?
Yeah.
And there's so much opportunity for for business to be in New York.
Mm-hmm.
That's been super important for us. But,
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess last thing that we can leave everyone with is, it's a new year. It's early January, mid-January 2019. What are your big goals for either personally and/or for Unofficial this year, etc.
Yeah. Personally, just same as every year, get as many ski days as possible and go on as many good trips and just
love that.
have a good winter. We hired a new guy, Judson, who has joined the team.
Okay. Congratulations, Judson.
Yeah, Judson and Barkley and Mike Dudek and all the guys over there. We have a great group of guys working on the site now. And, excited to have Judson on board. And we're looking to just keep it entertaining.
Perfect.
Give the people a reason to keep clicking on the site.
Perfect.
And that's it. So what's up with Heli? What's going on this year? What's the goal for 2019?
Oh man, well, sort of like you, I want to get as much awesome skiing in as possible, but also put our heads down and keep growing the business. We've got only 2 full-time employees right now with 4 or 5 guys who are stakeholders and partners in the business that actively spend a lot of time starting to grow to the point that we need some more bodies. So definitely want to double the team size, or maybe even more than that in 2019.
Yeah.
We started with an emphasis on heli skiing, but have since expanded into other sports outside of just backcountry skiing to kite surfing, scuba diving, safari, any really any luxury.
What would you say
travel.
the number 2 activity?
Kite surfing, definitely.
Yeah.
We're taking a controlled, methodical approach to really kind of go vertical by vertical with our expansion, as opposed to just try to be everything to everybody at the same time. So we've made some great strides in kite surfing. Fly fishing is a huge emphasis for 2019, as well as scuba diving. So we've established a good deal of partnerships with operators in those verticals. And we are starting to sell. So that's huge for us to really show that we're not just a one-trick pony. We've created a lot of awareness for ourselves in the heli skiing space, but whether or not we could do that in other verticals was a question. But we've started to answer that. So super excited about that. Going to Japan next month. Hopefully maybe get up to Alaska. We'll be back to Silvertip in March. On the personal side, just got engaged. So
congratulations.
Yeah, thanks,
That's
man.
great.
Gonna have to start planning the wedding.
Yeah.
For 2020. We're thinking about a move back west. I was in Colorado for a while after college.
Yep.
So we're thinking about checking out some full-time moves.
Yeah.
And outside of that, try to just work out as much as I can, stay fit, stay healthy. and also keep pushing myself, right? So like this right here is my first go at doing any sort of podcast.
Well, I'm impressed. You got a
Um,
pro setup right here, Andy.
And we just went over, so it's definitely out. But we can keep it going real quick on this to tie it off.
Sure.
Just kind of creatively push myself with both, podcasts,
Yep.
new ways of marketing, pushing myself as a photographer, videographer, learn new skills. But, on that note, we've gone 30 minutes. We should definitely get back to the action here at Silvertip. Thank you so much for joining us and doing this as the first go. For all the fans out there that may be watching this, please comment or share any feedback below. We'll include relevant links to kind of where we are in Silvertip and to Unofficial Networks and Heli. But thank you so much, Tim, for all the support over the years.
Yeah, right back at you.
Thanks for coming skiing with us.
Oh, man, thanks for having
You're
me.
a ripping skier. It's so much fun. But thank you
Thanks,
guys.
man.
We're going to go have some fun, hang out with the folks, maybe hit the hot tub. But much love. Be good.
Thanks. Great.